If you own or manage a law firm, it is critical that you understand 3 types of different media available to you online to promote and to grow your practice. My name is Val Kleiman. This is Lawyerific, where we discuss everything related to starting, managing, and growing a law firm. In this video, we're going to discuss Media for Lawyers 101, the 3 main types of media that's available for attorneys to promote their businesses online, and that's going to be owned media, earned media, and paid media. So let's jump right in and start with owned media. Owned media is going to be any media that you own and fully control at all times. The easiest example of this is going to be your own website. You own the domain, and whether or not you're the person making changes or building that website, or you have another company doing that for you, you always have control over this domain, which means you can go in, you can change pictures, videos, text, bios, phone number, address, and you can do all of this at any time because this is the media you fully own and control. Other examples of owned media is going to be your social media profiles, such as your LinkedIn profile for your personal or your business profile. It's going to be your YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media pages you use. Once again, you have full control over what is displayed on those pages and the information that's displayed there. Google Maps is also another important piece of owned media that everyone should pay attention to, because a lot of clients are searching for attorneys online, and your Google Maps listing is also something that you can log into and fully manage and control. Now, one big important tip about owned media is going to be consistency of information that appears on all of these media channels. Once again, you have the ability to change this information and to make sure that it's accurate and correct at all times, so you absolutely should do so. You should always make sure that the information on your website, mainly your phone number, your address, the name of your law firm, your brand, your colors, your font, all of that consistently appears across all owned channels that you have access to. In order to check this, you can just Google your name or the name of your law firm, and then you can go through the first couple of pages of Google and go through each website where your information appears to make sure that it is consistent with your brand and the information is actually correct. You'd be surprised how many times I see lawyers that have information on their website that is correct, but it appears incorrectly in many other places. So what that does is, if you're a potential client and you're searching for validation after you visited your website, so that client may be looking at other websites to make sure that they have the right information or to validate the lawyer's experience. And when they find that the address doesn't match, or the phone number doesn't match, or the name or the logo or colors are mismatched, that may cause that person to feel uneasy about calling you or moving forward, because they may think that maybe there's some kind of an issue here, maybe you're not really legitimate. So you definitely want to make sure that all your own media channels are consistent and the information is actually correct. So now we're going to move on to earned media. Earned media is any time you are awarded some kind of an accolade for your work as an attorney, whether this is Super Lawyers, Best Lawyers, Avvo. There are so many different companies out there that rank attorneys and issue awards. This is something that you get selected for, and now that company places your information, whether it's bio or phone number or something maybe more extensive than that, they place this on their website that they fully control. Nevertheless, this is an important part of marketing a law firm, because once again, it is used for validation for many clients who are searching for attorneys online. And when they do see that you appear on Super Lawyers or Best Lawyers or Avvo or some of these other websites that are out there, it actually gives them more sense of security that in fact you are experienced and you know what you're doing, because these lawyer rating agencies in fact reviewed you and found you to be worthy to be listed in their directories. Now, the next type of media we're going to discuss is paid media. And this is anytime you are actually paying money to another company in order to appear in front of potential clients. The best example of that is going to be Google AdWords or social media marketing, where you're paying for ads to be placed in front of potential clients that may be looking for legal services. And so once again, here the important part is to make sure that the information is consistent and accurate, that your address and your phone number is actually consistent across all the media that a client can see. Especially now that you're paying for these ads, you definitely want to make sure that they lead the potential client to your website, to the page you want them to see, and not to some other page that may not be working. So these are the three basic types of media, and now I'm going to give you some lawyerific hot points to help you manage and grow your law practice that has to do with these three media types. The first advice I'm going to give you is to make sure that, if possible, you're using all three types of media at all times. So of course, you should use your own media, and of course, you should make sure that your information appears on all these websites that allow you to put your information there. So your social media profiles should be properly updated and up and running. Your website, of course, should be up and running with correct information, but also your Google Maps listing as well should always have the information, because people are nowadays using the internet to find and validate attorneys. So you want to make sure that you're found anywhere where clients are potentially searching. The next point I'm going to give you is with consistency and brand. So this may be a little bit more difficult to do, but once again, you want to develop a brand for your practice, whether it's fonts that you're using or colors or just the feel of your practice that your website gives off. You want to basically make sure that that is consistent across all three media channels, the owned, the earned, and the paid channels, as much as possible. So your ads should reflect kind of the tone of what positions you take. For example, if you're a family lawyer like me and you like to resolve cases instead of litigate cases, and that is something that you promote on your website, that should also be reflected consistently in the ads that you pay for. So there's continuation from a client seeing your paid advertisement, then to logging into your website and seeing the same sort of information and approach to the practice of law that you have. That's going to greatly help. And then, of course, the last point I want to make is to maximize your earned media. Earned media is very important. This is when you are rewarded and awarded for the hard work that you do. And that's always going to be a plus, because clients look for that validation. So if you have an opportunity to be nominated for some of these companies like Super Lawyers, Best Lawyers, and many, many others, again, that is always going to be a positive. You want to actually make sure that, once again, those awards are placed on your website that the clients can see, because it creates that continuity and validation for them as they search for lawyers. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please check out other videos on this channel regarding growing and managing a law firm, and I will see you again soon.